Hey everyone, and welcome to We Watch Dollhouse, of course, a Dollhouse reaction series. I am your fellow noob, Kyle.
And I am your fan, Brandon.
And you all are still all of our fellow fans.
I'm just here to represent you, doing the best I can.
You're doing a great job. Today's episode is called Stop Loss. I don't know anything about that, but it has a hyphen in it. That's what
There's actually something to tell you about the name, but I can't tell you until after. So
right. So yeah, you would be doing a terrible job, and everyone on the internet would hate you.
Would hate me so much.
But yes, it has a hyphen. So there's that. I have not looked at anything else, but I can tell you that this did originally air on December 18th of 2009.
Yes. And it is directed by Felix and Enriquez. Something I can't say.
Yes.
But he directed two episodes of this season.
A quick little disclaimer. If you guys still are a little confused, like why there is a person with me, just in case you guys didn't know, midway through, he reached out and he had an interest in hosting this with me. And I said, you know what? I'm halfway through this season, but why the heck not? Because I love to bounce off of another host. I've done a great job on my own, but I do love having that other voice in my head, and it helps keep dialogue and everything flowing. So tell them a little bit about yourself. They already kind of, if they've watched the last weeks, but even so, for anyone who's just joining us.
Sure. So my name is Brandon. I am an acting and performance coach, or worked a lot mostly with theater, stage, that kind of stuff. So a few new tidbits. I love this show. One thing I will say that I didn't say last time is that I am a huge fan of this show, and I've watched it at least 3 times, I think 4 times all the way through, but I haven't seen it in several years. Now I did go back yesterday and watch all the way up through this episode so that I could kind of like refresh. But just, I'm going to do my best to kind of keep up with some tidbits and things and try to bring something to it. Just give me a couple of days to ease in. We're doing this really quick, but so don't tear me apart too early, but I really love it. I just need to get back in it. I really hope I do you guys justice. I know there's a lot of you out there that really, really love this show. And I know that you guys love watching Kyle go through these things, and I really hope that I can bring something to it, something you might enjoy.
Yes. And he's being honest, because he didn't have to share all that with us, but he did, because he wanted to make sure you guys knew that we're all human here. So be kind.
Always honest. Yeah, for sure. Love the show, though. I'm really excited to jump. This episode's really exciting for me. I just came in at the perfect time. This is really a turning point for the season, and I'm excited to jump in, see how you react to it.
Well, let's get to this episode of Stop Loss.
Darling, we need to talk.
Oh, we're back to this.
I want to talk. I want Roger.
She's back to this.
I want to Roger.
Wait, stop. There's someone else.
Oh.
What do you mean?
I've fallen in love with another woman.
Oh.
Don't tease me. That's patently impossible.
I'm afraid I'm quite serious.
So where did you meet this other woman? On one of your international jet-setting trips?
No.
The flat in London? The condo in Rome? You're not real.
Wow.
You're a doll. One whose contract is up, and I was just getting in one last go-round before they release your body into the wild.
So crassly about it.
And if anyone should be getting upset, Roger.
Catherine, I'm sorry. I know you're upset, but don't make up stories.
Look how directly honest she is.
I don't believe for a second you'd ever stoop to the level of those pathetic souls who have to hire your programmable love dolls to get what they need.
Ouch. And I don't even feel bad for her this time.
Do you see what I see?
Not even a little bit.
She's been pretty awful lately.
Exactly.
Who else is in on this practical joke? Boyd? Ivy? Echo?
If it was funny, I want to take credit for it. I don't think this was funny.
No.
Miss Lonely Heart was dumped by Roger this evening.
Are you sure the dementia hasn't gotten to her?
Stop being cute. How long have you known the identity of Miss Lonely Heart?
You? Oh, my God. What have I said to you about her? Ooh, octogenarian, Walker jokes. Think about the early bird special? I didn't know.
I love him.
So much.
If you didn't alter the imprint, I want to know who did.
Roger came back early. He didn't say why it ended, but my money's on a broken hip.
I feel bad for Liza. Sorry, Ivy.
Right.
She
The
definitely didn't.
actress is Liza.
It wasn't on our end. Roger's
does get a little
parameters
bit,
were exactly as
marginalized.
she requested.
Has anyone seen Sierra?
There you go.
Wow.
Victor, it's time for your treatment.
They are the absolute sweetest thing.
They are.
Will you sit with me at dinner?
You're not coming back. When you get out of that chair, you'll have your original personality. You need to say goodbye to her. If you don't get a chance to say goodbye, you'll regret it.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. I'll see you at dinner.
Just the sweetest thing.
And you were wearing different clothes. Well, not that different.
What did I just tell you?
The 5 years would seem like 5 seconds.
Welcome to the future.
Victor's not
That would
coming
actually be
back.
1990, I
But he
believe.
always comes back from his treatments.
Or 91.
This time he isn't. He left.
91. Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be 91.
He wouldn't leave me.
He's free. And they gave his life back to him.
I'm not sure if this is beneficial for her to tell her this or not.
But you're not happy for him.
I needed him.
She's got a really interesting
I
relationship with
thought
the
he
other
could help me
actors.
get everyone out.
Yeah.
Mr. Ballard has been moved to a more secure location, one where your illicit key card will be of no use. Do you think anything goes on in my house without my knowledge?
I mean,
I
yeah,
don't know. It seems like a lot went down without you knowing.
like since the show started.
Well, I'm not surprised that Paul and Boyd managed to keep your secret from me, but Topher, you having trouble keeping up?
You think I'm scared of you? I have a serial killer in my head.
Yes, if memory serves me. One that's petrified of women.
You didn't make me. I made me. So I think we can agree that I'm smarter, tougher, and a whole lot scarier than you could ever hope to be.
Damn.
If you're so powerful, why are you still in my house, sneaking around, trying to find your comatose boyfriend?
If I wanted to be somewhere else, I would be. But there's work to do here. Now, you can be on my side, or you can be on Rossum's, but the time for playing both is over.
The look on her face.
I enjoy seeing her be upset right now. It's really enjoyable for me. You serious with this? Like, he hasn't enough to deal with.
Right?
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, he's losing.
That was kind of funny though. that choreography was funny. 1, 2. It was great.
Who am I talking to now?
Echo. You're always talking to Echo. But Roma Clark and Eleanor Penn are duking it out in the background over who gets to help me figure this one out.
Take all the help I can get.
Whoever did this, they're professionals.
It was an inside job.
Military called us broken soldiers. Didn't know what to do with us, so they packed us away.
Are you the
for 5
initiative?
years.
If you tell your commanding officer that
We
I'm
don't
Right?
follow traditional command structure.
That's actually a
Officially,
trivia
we're
bit.
not a part of the United States
This
Armed
kind of
Forces.
harkens to that.
No
a little
kidding.
bit.
We can give you something to fight for.
You want me to be a soldier? Where do I sign up?
Oh, not as bad as I expected.
We don't rescue Victor before he's fully integrated into the group mind. We lose him for good.
Load me
If
up.
they didn't have like
We're
a
going.
oral obligation and kind of an agreement. Oh, here we go.
You saw Victor and you told me you knew.
That I loved him?
Exactly.
We get caught.
I just lost Echo's GPS.
For someone who's usually so in control, it's it's powerful, impactful to see her that way.
In a sense, why she's so weak. Because she's just so drained from not being in control. Nice.
Don't piss off a blind girl.
Okay.
Now we just need to make sure Anthony sees me.
He's already seen you. One of them sees us, they all see us. Come on.
Anthony, I'm so glad it's you.
Oh man. I was so nervous that this might happen.
Anthony's gone.
Victor. Victor! Victor remembers me.
How?
He couldn't
But
forget.
they
I
wiped
didn't
Victor.
forget.
I don't think it's gonna work. As much as I want it to.
Anthony, lower your weapon.
They don't want me to remember.
Eliminate hostile target. Eliminate
Can you break that thing out of you somehow, though?
Are you in control?
If she's here, it helps me to remember.
What?
It helps me to stay focused.
I can't say anything
Then I'm
right now.
happy.
What's the fastest way out of here?
If we follow the electrical conduits, it'll lead to a service tunnel.
That was a smart move.
Listen, why'd you hit
Smart.
him?
Yeah.
He's still connected. Anything we tell him, they hear.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't aware that it is a Rossum training facility. Of course, I will have them recalled immediately.
Somehow just not as intimidating right now.
No. They're not in control. I'm in control.
But they can hear you.
And I can hear them.
Target's acquired. Fire.
Someone had to make the call.
I ordered you to leave it alone!
I was hoping you wouldn't remember that conversation.
That scream was really interesting.
I'm saying that you're a drunk. You're obsessed with keeping Echo under
Finally,
your thumb,
Boyd.
and you'll do anything you can to keep Harding smiling. We may not have agreed in the past, but at least we put this house and the actors first. What happened to that woman?
Yeah.
She's standing in front of you.
No, she's not. If you don't find her soon, you're gonna lose control of this house. And I'll be the one knocking down your door.
Nice. Hell yeah, Boyd.
I hope it doesn't come to that, Mr. Langton.
She's such an interesting character.
Yeah.
I have the hardest time pinning her.
Whoa! We fought side by side, not against each other. Think about it.
Hurry.
All right. I wasn't really expecting it.
Oh yeah, to be honest, I was really shocked at that too.
That answered that, though.
Absolutely.
For me.
I was like, he's a nobody. We don't care if he turns on them, and then they killed him, so that worked out. Honestly, I think she needs a shower right now. I think it's a good move. Oh, shit. He's gonna try and make her part of the high line. Whoa! Or she's just gonna do it for them. What is that gonna do to them?
Right?
I don't see any others.
Echo. She's inside.
Oh my god, I can't even imagine. That's either a great idea or a very dangerous
I
thing
knew
to
you
do.
were gonna do that. And you knew I was gonna do that.
Wow, this season.
Surgical room breach.
Only 4? I'm hurt.
It's I'm loving this.
Disengage target. Stand down.
Eliminate target. Fire.
Disengage target. Stand down.
There's a lot more voices in her head than there are with
Disengage
them.
target. Stand down.
Eliminate target.
Stand down.
And certainly hers has to be stronger, right?
Yeah,
Stand down.
Disengage.
she even stands down herself. Wow.
Echo's down.
What happened?
Indeed.
They missed.
Echo changed the marching orders.
Well, what did she tell them to do? Go home.
We're in the middle of the desert.
Out of the car. I don't have to explain it to you. Take her and go. You have your original personalities. You found each other. You should leave. Start your life together now.
Wow.
There's no reason to wait until I free
That's
everyone.
true.
There are GPS strips implanted in your bodies. Find them, cut them out. I don't need thanks. I don't need goodbyes.
I'm not ready for them to be gone yet, but I'm
Do us
so
a favor,
happy
Anna.
about this.
Look us up after you get everyone
I
out.
don't know if anybody, like, of all of them, I
If
root
I get
for them the
everyone out,
hardest,
you'll
I
have to
think.
look me up.
Yeah, which is why I'm happy about this.
Caroline.
Oh, never mind. Okay. That was too good to be true.
Just a bit.
Expected it.
This is gonna blow up in all our faces.
Harding was so impressed by your performance that he's devising ways to turn you into a weapon.
Almost.
Guess we
thought
know
we
whose
were
side you came down
on
I told him far too
the
dangerous.
upside of the wit.
There's no way to
That's
control
not-
you.
But you're still gonna hand me over to him.
No, you've disrupted countless engagements, brought Alpha into my house, deceived me with the help of Paul Ballard, dragged Topher and Boyd into the fun, and now Victor and Sierra. You leave a wake of destruction wherever you go. There is only one place for a doll
The
as
attic.
irreparably damaged as you.
The attic.
The attic.
Yep.
But I think it's something far worse.
There has to be another way to deal with this.
If you don't want to do this, I can find someone else who does.
I hate you right now.
Even if it means imprinting someone else with your personality.
Wow. I'm sorry.
Topher, do the right thing. Topher, do the right thing. Come on, Topher. Just do the right thing.
I've seen enough of her writhing in agony for this season. Thank you. This like hurts
Send her
me.
body to the attic.
Yeah.
Then do the same to Victor and Sierra.
What a
This is really interesting. The visuals.
Yeah. I'm guessing she's going to be the outlier that still changes this situation. This is especially surprising that they would do it to Anthony and Priya, I believe their real names were.
Yeah.
Because they weren't even actives anymore. Jeez. It's messed up.
Especially Anthony. He wasn't only free, he was actually done with his contract.
Yeah. I don't think she should be allowed to do that last part. I don't.
No.
I get doing it to Echo, but it makes zero sense because, you know, she's like, do it to Sierra and Victor. It's like, lady, that's not Sierra and Victor. That's Priya and Anthony. That is, especially Anthony that you pointed out, is he's done with his contract.
His contract is up. Yeah.
You can't
now
just
Priya,
do that.
So the way I put it together in my head after a couple of watches was that they're doing it to Echo because she's a threat, right?
Sure.
They can't control her.
Makes sense.
And then Priya, honestly, I don't know why. I don't know why they did it to Priya, but Anthony, they really only had two options with him at that point, which would be to wipe him. Maybe I guess they could have wiped him and then made him back to the way he was when he first woke up, to forget, because at this point he would be a threat of exposing the dollhouse. He would not be happy with the dollhouse now, right? So he is a threat. So they would have to do something with him, but I don't think it's. I agree with you. You shouldn't have the right to do that to him. But again, they're not exactly on the moral high ground all the time either.
Right,
you know?
but like, I still feel like they have bylaws and policies, and there's like, you know, there's some kind of contractual obligation there, and I just think. I think even no matter how corrupt or morally wrong they can be, legalities would get in the way of getting away with this.
I was trying to think of how I could get into this with you without any spoilers, and I just thought of a way. Remember the Priya episode?
Mm-hmm.
Remember the whole just imprint her and send her to him and close the case, close the file.
Yes.
That's way over that line of legalities that you're talking about already. I think that was their way of showing us that there really is no limit for the upper up guys. Yeah. They don't play by the rules, really. Yeah. I mean, that is really that whole episode was like the grossest of the gross, really. But the idea that they would imprint someone permanently, even after knowing that they were put in there under false pretenses.
That's true.
You know,
that's
they
true.
didn't actually sign up for it. So that kind of breaks their whole laws of, well, they're volunteers, right? That breaks out all the pieces already. I think they've already crossed the lines.
They have several times. I guess it's just especially shocking that Adele would go this far, because this seems...
Adele for sure. Yeah, I agree with that, because she was distraught at the whole Sierra thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. It is shocking. But I've been shocked by her so many times. I was completely blown away when she gave Topher's plans to that bigwig.
Yeah.
Like from then on, she's done nothing but surprise me in a bad way.
Like Matthew Harding, who's kind of her boss. I get him. That makes sense. And then when they had Lawrence Dominic, who isn't really part of them, but still, I could even before we knew what he was all about, like I could see him doing these things. But DeWitt, I am so surprised. I
think one of the interesting psychological things about this show is to think about what would happen to a human being, not who's a doll, but the people who are in charge of them. Yeah. Like you think about experiments that have been done, usually illegally, on people, like the one where they made people prisoners and guards and just waited for it to devolve into the guards being complete, like words I can't say on YouTube, to the prisoners. When does too far seem like too far?
You know, I've been saying that I want whiskey back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad that she's not back now. After seeing this, I'm like, oh, thank goodness she escaped. Thank goodness.
Yeah. I wonder, because her character has been a contrarian from the very beginning, as far as not liking the way they, like, not seeming okay with the way they treat the dolls. She's been that way since the beginning. Yeah. So I wonder how I don't think she would fare well in this atmosphere, you know?
Honestly, based on how DeWitt's been, I can already see that she would have already been sent to the attic at this point.
That would, I could see it happening for sure.
Yeah.
There was that one line, if you don't mind me getting sort of my channel-y on here for a second.
Go ahead, please.
There was that moment when Echo's down, right? He says Echo's down.
Yeah.
And then he hops out and he doesn't put up his gun or anything. He just hops out and then they shoot and they miss him, right?
Yeah.
There's this thing that happens. I'm sure you know about it. When you're shooting, you shoot things sometimes with different motivations, sometimes with a slightly different ending in mind. You shoot different segments of an episode, and then in editing, they put it together so that it's cohesive.
Absolutely.
They make choices, right? I feel like that's an example of when maybe they didn't have complete enough coverage, like plot wise, and they kind of pieced that together because it really felt disjointed. Why they would say Echo's down, that didn't make any sense to me. Look, you were super confused. You looked super confused. Am I wrong there?
No, you're not wrong. No.
I think all of us were, because it didn't make any sense. We saw her like beating them into submission. That's what we saw.
Yeah, I honestly, what I thought was happening is the hive mind combined with everything. It just sort of like neutralized everyone, including her, because you know, that's the impression I got, and that they were all down. So that's why I assumed that they could just, it's the only two that are totally able to, like, are cognizant and
right,
you know, coherent at this point, were Anthony and Priya. So I was like, this is your escape. And then when they pop out, I was like, wait, they're not. Then why is Echo down if they're up? So that definitely confused me.
And then popping out like that, he didn't pull up his weapon or anything. He literally jumped out and stood there like, are you going to shoot me? The only thing that makes sense to me is that was a moment when in the screenplay, in the script, that was a moment where like he had gotten the word somehow, or he had an impression that they should be disarmed, and this was him like, okay, we're done, right? Like he was like coming out and saying, or like, that's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think there was maybe like two versions of the script or something floating, and they just didn't get what they needed to make it. It just did not mesh well. It was weird.
But it could have honestly been either the death of both Victor and Sierra in that moment, or Anthony and Priya, or it could have just been the death of Victor potentially at that point. And then they just brought Sierra back into the fold, and it was just like a weird little like tragedy that they built in towards before the end of the season. And then maybe they just decided, well, let's leave our options open. Again, I haven't seen the next episodes, so I don't know what happens. But as a fellow screenwriter myself, you go down every universe in the multiverse that is script writing. You go down every timeline because you don't know what's gonna be the most interesting, and you try to choose the most interesting and useful route.
Yeah.
I wanted to point out, and I caught this, but it is in my fun facts here. When Victor is being released, Boyd mentions that he has a reserved suite at the Hyperion.
Okay.
Which is a Hyperion hotel. Did I take away a fun fact for you? I'm sorry.
Why am I here? What's the point of me being here?
No, I'll let you do the rest of the talking, but I did notice that, and I loved that, and I caught it right away.
Yeah.
Even before I saw that, but I caught it right away, and I was like, yep.
Yeah, I figured you might. Like, that's not one. You're not actually snipping anything away there. I mean, that's when anybody who's actually a fan of Buffy and Angel and the Buffyverse would have caught that. I mean, immediately when you hear it, I mean, it's like the biggest set piece of the last couple of seasons 2, 3, and 4 of Angel, right?
Yeah, and then critics. I love to read critic reviews of these episodes because it's just kind of fun to go back in time. From once again the TV Critic Review, which I often don't agree with. It says another solid episode, but one which suffers from the rush the show is in to tell the whole Dollhouse story before cancellation comes calling.
Yes, the story of these creators' lives on TV. Yeah.
There was definitely, I get that vibe a little bit with this episode. It does feel like it's like we have to conclude some of these things because we're aware that this is the end. I did read a comment not that long ago from one of you guys at home watching. Unlike Firefly, where it was canceled unceremoniously, that Fox didn't give it the credit, with all the hatred that the viewers gave the network for doing so. That was part of the reason that they made sure that there was at least a second season to Dollhouse. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, no, it's true. I'm not. That's not really trivia, I don't think. But you do kind of keep cutting my knees out. You mentioned it, and I was like, yeah, okay. I'll tell them about how the network was scared of the fans getting mad, like they did about Firefly.
Yeah.
So I was just waiting for you to get done.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I thought you were done. I made sure. I was like, are you?
Yeah, you did.
Done?
I didn't think about it until you mentioned. So I was like, yeah, okay. You know, I'm gonna make notes. I'm gonna have like actual something written down next time, so I can get everything out right at the front.
Anyways, guys, as always, thank you for all your support. One more time, you guys should go check out.
That's not acting either on YouTube, and that's not acting TV.
Yes, on YouTube. And there is an actual YouTube link for That's Not Acting TV, which is youtube.com/That's Not Acting TV.
That's Not Acting TV. Yes. Without the C.
Not necessary. You can add the C if you wish, but it's not necessary. And of course, guys, if you guys want to support us, as always, go to our Patreon at patreon.com/FanTheoryTV. We have exclusive content, full-length reactions to this and many, many other shows and animated shows and movies, and we have features and things that we only put on that and not even on YouTube. And right now, it's the only place you can watch our Fanning Out content. So that's, you know, where you need to be if you want to check out way more stuff like this in unedited, uncensored, nothing hidden, all of our mistakes out there in the open. So go check that out. Terrifying. But they paid for it. Anyway, guys, this was a great episode as always, and we hope to see you again as long as we are not white.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll brainstorm before next week.
Please. Yes. All right.
Peace.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.
You know, this level of content doesn't come easy, but what you can do to help us is by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, clicking that bell to stay notified, or watching more right there. And if you want to take the love to the next level, you can support us at Patreon by clicking that little P button right there, or buy yourself something cool in our merch store down below. Whew, I'm already feeling the love. Yeah, I am.